So, engine has happened again. After 5 matches unbeaten run, Manchester United finally lost a match, and to an extent, I felt it was a disappointing one because Everton from the first half had a red card, and Manchester United couldn't do anything, couldn't capitalize. So, how do you feel? What do you feel about the game?
I think this is a reflection of what Man U is as a team. Because I've said this several times that you cannot rely on this team. If you want to rely on a team, you will see a little bit of consistency in them. Yes, they were a little bit consistent for 3 matches, but you see them falling off, even in the Nottingham Forest match and the Tottenham match. So it's expected that even when I predicted this match, I gave Man U a draw. But I know that when it comes to Man U, you don't know what is going to come. So it's expected. But the fact that they got in a red card for I think in the 20 minutes or so, and we were playing like, no, we are playing so horrible. So it's the reflection of where we are as a team.
But looking at the team, it looks like out of the I don't know the term to use, but I want to borrow this. Out of the dark sky or the clouded sky, Manchester United still has a sparkling this thing, a sparkling light, which is Bruno Fernandes. Because to an extent, it looked like the only player pushing. Because the truth today, Mbeumo was not stepping up. Mbeumo, that we knew to be the bright light in this thing, was not stepping up. Ahmad didn't do exceptionally fine. This guy that came in, Zegzi was just like, he was playing like as if he was out of what's it called? Like he's not a player. He probably was picked from the road. That was how until the late minute when he had 2 shots on target. So to me, I feel Bruno was the spark for Manchester United today. Do you feel the same way?
No, generally I feel like the players played maybe. I don't want to give kudos to any player today because I don't want to. Because obviously we lost. Bruno, I can't give kudos to Bruno. We are counting one of the worst players in the pitch. He was one of our worst players in the pitch. It was through him that Casemiro got a yellow card. It was through him that Mbeumo got a yellow card. It was through him that they almost scored us. So you've seen the kind of mistake that he makes, a mistake that causes the team. Even when we played Tottenham, the mistake that he made was what actually cost us. So for me, I feel like he's old enough. Not only him alone. We can talk about the likes of Euro, the likes of what's it called, Dogu, the likes of Mazarawi. Those players are not good enough. I've said it. We don't have a defense. The only player I can see maybe a little bit give this thing is probably Shaw. Shaw to me was solid today, to some extent too. But the other players, they actually played very, very, very bad. Very bad. It's not at the standard of Man U. And I said, this is a reflection of where we are as a team. Our players are not good enough. The players that we have, can they walk into the top big teams in the top big six and play? No. Even the Bruno we are complaining now, Bruno cannot go into a national team and start. He cannot start in the national team. I can tell you that. He cannot start in the national team. So, is it Dogu that will start in the national team? Even in the Crystal Palace team, he cannot start. So, and those are players that we are sharing up. No. It's obvious. Even our coach is doing rubbish. Our coach. No. How will your players be playing so bad in the first 20 minutes? Or even in later stages when they collected the red card and you could not caution the team? If your players are playing very, very bad, you react to it. But there was no reaction until they scored us. And at that point, it was already late. And there's nothing bad in this game that we should, even with the one goal save, should have won this game. Because we took the game with the levity. We felt like we could still win the game. That's what happened towards the ending, towards the later stage of the match. We're not playing like we wanted to score. Initially, we're not playing like that. Football is a serious game. From beginning to the end, you play, you give all the energy, but they're not giving the energy. So
So, I would like to ask, before the international break, Manchester United have a good run of form in which they played 5 games, won 3, drew 2. And after the international break now, they are, I don't, so from look, yes, I don't want to say they will be bad, or I don't want to just conclude they are bad after the international break, because it might be a blip. This match might be a blip. But we also, during the course of the match, like you said, you guys started playing well at the dying minute of the game, at the later stage of the match. So I feel probably maybe the international break had an effect on them, not fatigue wise now, maybe the mentality wise. Maybe they felt, oh, they were there, in the last 5 games they've not lost or things like that, you understand? So maybe they felt they were there and the international break had an issue on their distance, on their form.
For me, I felt it was not the international break, because if you look at the team before we went on the break, we were actually playing badly. Was it against Nottingham Forest? There were glimpses, not even glimpses, there were like a lot of movements. Even during the matches that we won, I played so badly. So I'm not surprised they are playing like that. That's always been like that. In the beginning of the season, we always lose focus. In important matches, we lose focus. So it's the reflection of what Man U is as a team. If we like, let them not be international break. This same match that we will still lose the match, because it's a mentality problem. The players mentally, they are okay. They are another match again. They are not mentally okay. So I don't know what's wrong with the team. I don't know what's wrong. So at this point, I don't know what's wrong with the team, because I'm tired.
So at this point, I would like to ask, moving forward, what advice do you think you can give to AMORIM, or what do you think you can change in the team?
The advice I would give it to him is he should just resign, because he's not the coach to take money forward. It's obvious already. Now he's in his own regime. He signed a lot of players. The only player who can boast of that is actually still trying a little bit is Mbeumo. So that means that automatically he has had a woeful transfer season. Because all the players that he has brought, I think he has brought close to like 6 players or so, and he's just one of them that is performing. Yeah. And I said, you can't be buying players from teams that are struggling. People are going for big players. Arsenal went for Zubmendi, Man City went for Tengeneridas. What are we going for? We are going for people that their team finishes 15th and below. Kunya, Dogu. No, we have to go for the best players that people are fighting for.
Go for Kunya was not in this. Kunya was not in this.
If he was, I'm just telling you that even if he was in the game, I know there's a Man U fan that make a see that Kunya did not play. He played.
Maybe it should have made a difference
in this match. He has been playing. Has he ever changed any match for us? Like has he ever? No. Have you ever seen Kuya step up for us? Even for one, since he has come, just one goal that he has scored. So even the Bruno that we're talking about, Bruno. Now I think it's time for Man U to look at, okay, we have to replace Bruno. I heard they talk a lot that we have to replace Casemiro, but we also have to replace Bruno. We have to replace Dogu. We have to replace Euro. All the players have to replace them, and not just replace them with players that are from the low teams. We have to replace them with high profile kind of players. I don't know what's wrong. If we go for the likes of Munoz in Crystal Palace, you go for the likes of Mateta, the likes of Adam Watson. Those players they are at least we've seen them consistently in the season. What they've offered, not for players from Wolves.
João Gomez.
Yes, no like of João Gomez. If possible, go for João Neves. Yes, it's better to pay £100 million on a better player than spread the £100 million on rubbish players. So to me, it's not the coach to take money forward. I think it's very obvious now. It's very, very obvious that it's not the coach to take money forward. Very, very obvious.
So I would like to ask your opinion. I know to an extent it might not concern you, but I want to ask what's it called, your opinion on the red card in the game.
It was actually a red card. I think as a Man U fan, we don't have anything to say about that. It's their business. It's their business. So for me, it's a red card. You don't. No matter how they provoke you, even he provoked the guy too. So it was a matter of two people provoking each other. And the last thing you could do is not to slap. If you slap someone in the game, is a red card. It's a red card.
Thank you, Engine.